Thank you so much. Being the holiday seasons, we're going to have a whole bunch of holiday music for you. We start off with Let the Holidays Begin. It is composed by Rob Romaine, who for 17, 18 years was the director of the St. Petersburg Community Band. And I'll tell you a little bit more about him later on the program. But this has several Christmas carols in it, and at the end I might ask you, well, how many did you hear, and maybe can you list them, because sometimes they're just like two measures long, and will you recognize that tune? I'm sure you will. So here it is, Let the Holidays Begin. Thank you. The next one is called Coventry Carol / Jesus, Joy of Man's Desiring. And Coventry Carol is an English Christmas carol dating back to the 16th century. The carol was traditionally performed in Coventry in England as part of a mystery play called The Pageant of the Sherman and Taylors. The play, which is a nativity play, depicts the Christmas story as presented in the Gospel of Matthew. It leads right into Jesus, Joy of Man's Desiring, and that's the most common English title of the 10th and last movement of a cantata written by Johann Sebastian Bach called Heart and Mouth and Deed and Life. And it was written in, Jesus was written first in 1716, and then about 7 years later, he added more to Jesus, and the final version was published in 1723. What's interesting is that it became so famous, it became a standalone item, so that you didn't have to play the whole cantata. It became so popular that many times it was just performed by itself. So we hope that you enjoy Coventry Carol followed by Jesus, Joy of Man's Desiring. Well, 8.5 minutes just transpired. It's a long piece, but thank you. The next is we're going to change gears. Not sure how much this has related to Christmas because it's not really a Christmas carol, but it's called Clear Track Polka, and it's by Edward Strauss. And the name polka actually possibly comes from the Czech word polka, P-U-L-K-A, meaning half, referring to the short half steps featured in the dance. Put that in musical terms, a lot of music is written in 4/4 time. Well, you cut that in half, then it's 2 beats in a measure, and so that you get those half steps. And the polka is a Central European dance and genre of dance music familiar throughout Europe and the Americans. It originated in the middle of the 19th century in Bohemia. So we hope you enjoy this fast-paced, clear track polka. All right, Christmas carols. You hear them on the radio all the time. We have our favorite CDs, albums, and so they come in many different forms, arrangements, or whatever. So we have a special one coming up for you now. As I said, there's a lot of groups that will publish their own versions of CDs for the Christmas season. And one of them is a very popular group. Have you heard of Mannheim Steamroller? Yes. I see some heads shaking, yes. Well, we have a special arrangement that is a direct transcription from Mannheim Steamroller called Deck the Halls. So we hope that you enjoy our version of Deck the Halls by Mannheim Steamroller. All right, the next one, as the program says, is The Heart of Christmas, and it's a beautiful, lyrical, expressive, rich tone quality from the low brass and stuff. It's written by Rob Romaine, and I mentioned at the beginning in the Let the Holidays Begin that he wrote that as well. Rob Romaine still lives here in Pinellas County, and he has continued to write and original compositions, and he's become worldwide. His music is now heard all across the globe, and it's a pleasure that we all know him, and he continues to write just fantastic music. And usually in the springtime, he has one featured number that he usually writes, and we will be doing that. And then we're going to take a short break, and we have a couple of announcements that we're going to make. So we're going to do one more, and then we'll have a short break. So hope you enjoy The Heart of Christmas. It's a tune for a little town of Bethlehem. We will continue with the program. We have a few more for you. What's a concert without jingle bells? Do I need to say more? Jingle bells is our next number. Well, we have an opportunity for audience participation. We're going to do some Christmas carols. We're going to do 4 of them, and I will announce each one. And I know some of them are short, but we only do one verse because, well, we probably only know the words to one verse. So that's what we're going to do. So let's see. The first one is The First Noel. So we'll do a little introduction, and then please join us in singing The First Noel. Okay, our next song, as the program says, is going to be Sleigh Ride. And it's a popular light orchestral piece composed by Leroy Anderson. And he had the original idea for Sleigh Ride during a heat wave in July of 1946. Now, we can experience heat waves since we've been having some of that ourselves. But now he had the thought as for the tune, but sometimes composers kind of sit on it for a while. So he started the thought in 1946, July, but in February in 1948, he finally finished the arrangement, the original composition of Sleigh Ride. And of course, he was ended up being one of the main composers for the Boston Pops Orchestra, and they certainly made it Sleigh Ride famous. So we hope you enjoy Leroy Anderson's Sleigh Ride. That's a cool number, isn't it? But you also heard, of course, the whip, and you heard the sleigh bells, and the special horse at the very, very end. And for years now, he has been the famous horse for the St. Petersburg Community Band when we play Sleigh Ride. And Cecil, raise your hand. He's our horse. He's so good at that. Now, I hope that you have been enjoying the concert. We sometimes good things come to an end, and we are about ready to play our official last number, and it has It's kind of an interesting. We wish you a Merry Christmas, but though it's a traditional English carol. When I do research and find out, a little background about the music, it's kind of interesting how this actually came about. And I'm just going to read it because I can't really transcribe the words other than just say it but it says, this piece was written as a final encore at Christmas concerts when the audience simply refused to go home. So, in behalf of the St. Petersburg Community Band, we truly do. We wish you a very Merry Christmas. But we would like to present to you our Christmas present to you. And it's like we did at the very beginning with the Star Spangled Banner. You're a beautiful audience. It's been a beautiful day. We live in a beautiful country. And so we'd like to send you off with Carmen Dragon's version of America the Beautiful.